Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Metrofile for this week on Channels Television. Now, this edition is dedicated to a very special woman, the chairman and CEO of Britannia U Nigeria Limited, Mrs. Uju Ifejika, who is actually still basking in the euphoria of her 60th birthday, which was held recently right here in Lagos.
Yes, this edition, I mean the whole 30 minutes is dedicated to celebrating this Amazon who is a lawyer, an oil magnate, and most importantly, a philanthropist as she clocked 60. And we got up close and personal with her and also marked her big day with her. Okay? While you enjoy this, kindly watch out for flash images because it's about to get down now.
Yes, it is.
I'm Magnate Kosi.
And I'm Anne Nwawado. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And we get right into it, celebrating a woman many people have grown to love and respect. She is Mrs. Uju Ifejika, and she recently turned 60.
In my journey through life, I've found out that we have limitless capabilities. Each time I push myself to the limit, and I think that I'm going to break down. No, I see myself going. My husband always says that he doesn't know how I manage to do this thing. I have discovered myself.
She sits at the helm of affairs as the chairman CEO of Britannia U Nigeria Limited, an indigenous petroleum company for upstream exploration and production. Mrs. Uju Ifejika plies her trade in the highly competitive male-dominated oil and gas and shipping industry in Nigeria. But the journey to being one of the leading players in this industry did not come easy. The Ahmadu Bello University-trained lawyer had little or no experience in the technical aspects of the oil and gas industry. All she had was a vision and the determination to pursue it without limitations. And that was how her journey to becoming a CEO and a big player in the oil and gas and shipping industry began.
Being a lawyer, I'd never had a background in upstream. You know, I was just using local intelligence. And we ended up going in for our first drilling with the coordinates that was given to us by a foreign partner. It was then Energy Equity Resources of UK. So we drilled and we found out that it was a dry hole. That was my biggest shock. They told me that they gave me 2 months to fizzle out. That is not about wearing good suits, you know, fine face. That this is about strong financial, you know, power and business. And that you must be technically competent. And to me, I just brushed it aside. And then, but the only thing was that I was putting up that bold face because I didn't want what they said to come to pass. So I kept it to myself, but I cried myself to sleep. And there are people who are given different gifts. I have a gift that my dream, I can interpret my dream. So I saw in the dream where, you know, God said, why are you crying? You guys made a mistake. You went on the opposite direction instead of, you know, forward the side on the opposite direction. And I woke up because what I saw was so real. And within 48 hours, he brought the new coordinate. And lo and behold, that new coordinate showed the opposite direction that I saw. And they went to drill. 4 days after that, they struck oil. That is what gave birth to the Britannia U today that people are celebrating. If I had walked away, there wouldn't have been Britannia U today.
A woman who takes her Christian faith seriously. Her life personifies the biblical quote in Proverbs 22:29. A man diligent in his business shall stand before kings and not mean mortals. And these pictures indeed tell tales of that fact, with different laurels to show for it. With the enviable heights she has gotten to, the less privileged ones in the society still occupies a special place in her heart, and it was very important for her to begin her 60th birthday celebration with them.
We tend to forget that everything that we have achieved is not by our might or power, it's by the grace of God. And if out of billions of people around the world, He finds you as a vessel to do His work, the work is not just about making money. It is for you to be able to touch lives, put a smile on people's faces, and any person you come in contact with, leave a mark. A mark is not when you come in and then you show that you're big, you've made money. No. Something that is enduring, that will live in the hearts and mind of that person. So for me, I've always been somebody who liked to give.
Visiting the less privileged, her first port of call was the Holy Family Home for the Elderly at the Regina Mundi Catholic Church in Mushin, Lagos State. She went there bearing gifts and cash for the aged.
Felicity with you people to tell you that regardless of your age is just a number. We love you and we pray that Almighty God will continue to preserve your life. Yes. You. Yes. Yes.
Next is the SOS Children's Village in Isolo, Lagos State. Agnus Dei Missionary Apostolate for the Poorest of the Poor in Okota, Lagos State was her final bus stop. She was warmly received by the children.
So who and who have I not talked? Oh my baby, come here, come here. You people are crowding me. Come over here. Come over here.
After presenting the gift, she cut her cake with the children. Hitting the diamond age of 60 is a huge milestone. Although the mother of 6, 3 biological and 3 adopted children, says she honestly does not feel her age. She believes it's God's grace has brought her this far and she counts her blessings.
The greatest gift that I've enjoyed in the 60 years is the grace of God and good health. In these 60 years, I've not gone to hospital. The only time that I went to hospital was when, on 3 occasions when I had my kids in the US. Outside that, I've never gone to hospital. We are 10. I'm number 6 in the family, but the second girl. So we had 4 boys, 6 boys and 4 girls. And all of us are alive today. That's another grace for the family. And we have grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all of them alive.
She planned a grand 60th birthday bash and the guests sure showed up and showed out. The beautiful hall of the Echo Convention Center is tastefully decorated, truly befitting of the woman being celebrated. Inside the hall, everyone got comfortable, anticipating a great evening with the celebrant and family.
I've never traded you for anybody else. Yours is I'll never trade you for anybody else. Getting jealous, alright. You know that I'm getting so jealous, baby. I'm getting jealous, alright. And I don't wanna see you with anybody. I'm getting jealous. I don't wanna see you with anybody. I'm getting jealous. I'm getting jealous already.
And then came the moment.
Mrs. Uju Ifejika.
The celebrant steps out gracefully in all her sparkle. This is sure what 60 looks like. Her husband of almost 30 years, Mr. Emmanuel Ifejika, joins his wife on stage. Lots of dignitaries sure came through for her, and some of them include the governor of Ogun State, Mr. Dakpo Abiodun, royal fathers like the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, and his Olori Naomi, the Obi of Onitsha, His Royal Majesty Nnemeka Achibe, the King of Ogunlaga Kingdom in Warri Delta State, His Royal Majesty Joseph Timira, the Obi of Ogidi, His Royal Highness Igwe Alex Onyudo, the Obi of Obose Kingdom, His Royal Highness Igwe Chidubem and wife, the Obi of Umunya Kingdom, His Royal Highness Igwe Chris Onyekunuje, the Ogene of Ogidi Kingdom, Chief Emeka Ikpeze, President of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, former Governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, the former Governor of Cross River State, Mr. Donald Duke, the Minister of Transport, Mr. Rotimi Amici, former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Princess Adejoke Orelokpe Adefulire, who represented the First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oga, businessman Mr. Atido Peterside, the founder of Emza Pharmaceuticals Limited, Dr. Stella Okoli, Erelu of Lagos, Abiola Dosumu, the U.S. Consul General, Claire Pierangelo, the chairman of UBA, Mr. Tony Elumelu, chairman of Channels Media Group, Dr. John Momo, and the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Dr. Wale Babalakin. Others include the DG of NEMASA, Mr. Dakuku Peterside, the CEO of Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mr. Oscar Onyema, the MD of NPA, Hadiza Bala Usman, the Chairman of Fidelity Bank, Mr. Ernest Tobi and wife Elizabeth, the Chairman CEO of Xenox Group, Leo Stan Ake and wife Choma, Senator Florence Itagiwa, the CEO of Airpeace, Mr. Allen Onyema and wife Alex, former Minister for State for Petroleum, Mr. Ibe Kachuku, MD CEO of Fidelity Bank, Mr. Nnamdi Okonkwo and wife Uche, former MD CEO of First Bank of Nigeria Limited, Mr. Bisi Onosonya and wife Helen, former MD CEO of Diamond Bank, Dr. Alex Oti and wife Priscilla, Senator Daisy Danjuma, Mr. Ernest and Mrs. Adanwapa, Mr. Adokiye Tumbumeye, who represented the GMD of NNPC, Mr. Mele Kolokiari, Managing Director Retail NNPC, Mr. Billy Okoye, representative of Litasco Oil South Africa, Mr. Felix Jordan, amongst other very important guests. Well, I hope you're having fun just as we are having fun right here. Now we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue to celebrate Mrs. Uju Ifejika.
Art breathes life, aesthetics, creativity, and beauty.
For every artist, usually the best is yet to come.
A lot of people have that in them. It's great fun.
Giving you edifying literature, tasking your imagination to explore art beyond limits. Journey with us to the House of Arts. Art House. Life is art.
When I got into the hall, I was surprised, the number of people that honored me, because it's not everyone who calls people to come in that people honors. There are people who will call and nobody will come. So for us, looking at a particular number, we're looking at maybe about 1,000 people, and we have much more. And it is not by my might or power, it's just the grace of God that people deem it fit to honor me.
In her pursuit of excellence and success in business, she also made sure the home front doesn't suffer. In all she has achieved, her family always comes first.
Most women, that is where they make the mistake, not being able to have a balanced work life. I do my job. I start work at 8. I'm in the office at 8 o'clock. I leave my office very late. It's 10 p.m. depending on what I'm doing. If not, 8 o'clock, yeah. But if I have to do something that requires urgency and my time, I have to be there and finish it. There's nobody who can take care of your interests better than yourself. So when you finish that, you must understand that your husband, your children will have to eat. So you come home, you have to face that one. For me, getting to the office, I understand my business from start to finish. So nobody can come in. Now, I speak the language of petroleum engineer. I can interpret maps. Even the wells that we are drilling, I'm the one who picked the coordinates. My team looked at it. They went to Switzerland, they confirmed it. Okay? And that is what we're using. So for you, as an individual, you should be able to check deep down inside you and bring out the things that are deposited there. There's so much. And above all, for you as an individual, you must have God. as your foundation.
And her family are indeed proud of her and all her achievements.
I haven't met a woman like that before. I met my wife. I think I will count myself as being blessed to marry a woman like that. She's like a mother, a wife, a sister, a business partner, all of that. You know, she's a great woman. She's a God-fearing woman, a prayer warrior, a woman of God. You know, she don't play with her God.
I remember being young and we lived in a 3-bedroom and literally we had like 20 people living in that house because her doors were always open to strangers. That's just the type of woman she is. She's kind.
The fact that anytime I'm in trouble or something is going on with me, I can always talk to her, you know, and just to hear her voice, you know, makes me believe I can do anything.
Being 60 is not easy, and today is your day. Today is your birthday. I just want to say I love you. I hope you have a nice day. I know you're gonna have a nice day.
Hi Mom, it's your birthday. I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Her vision and drive to succeed and her generosity was attested to by other industry players and members of staff.
60 years is no mean feat for anybody to reach. And for you, it's marked with a lot of milestones.
She's beautiful, she's smart, she's bold, she's kind, she's generous, she's warm and loving. She's a loving mother and a loving wife to her husband.
She's a lawyer. A lot of people don't know that about her. She is driven by success and she has excelled in everything you will see Uju's signature on.
She's a very hardworking woman and a go-getter as such, and she's never deterred by anything, very courageous, and could move a mountain to get her results done.
She is a workaholic actually. I was initially thinking I'm a workaholic, but believe me, she's so much more than myself. On top of it, she handles pressure very well.
Especially for you, but my papa no be down. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, but we go. I slap police for your case. I go to war for your case. I go to court for your case. I climb the bridge for your case. Enter water for your case. I punch the judge for your case. Anything you want, baby. That's for you, baby. For your case, yo. For your case, yo. No. For your case, yo. For your case, yo. No. Cause my papa no be Dangote. Yeah, yeah. For we. For my papa no be Dangote. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Adeleke.
The celebrant changed, and then, together with her husband, she cuts her cake.
Finally, give me a loud and shaking Holy Spirit feeling. S. Jesus.
I dey with you. Putaba.
High life musician Flavor was on the bandstand to dish out the right music.
Uju no dey like Uju, get am for up and down. Uju na tomato, Uju too fresh like morning wine. Uju welele, iyo koko, onyo buna ne check yo, utabane no boy. Iye di maka, beta supu na money kila mono. Uju mangwa hepe miya, lele, ada, yo koko, chei adamwa, uju basamwa, hey ada, I dey with you, putaba, better supu na money kila mo, adamwa, pepe ya, ada.
At 60, what's next?
You see, what I'm looking at is I'm trying to find more time to start mentoring young ladies for them to have, because the biggest things that women have is something that is not their fault. It's inherent, because the African tradition makes it clear that a male child is superior, because that is what protects the name of the family. But they don't know that most times the girls do much more these days to maintain that name, more than the boys. So it's something that we need to start reorienting the girls, because it makes them to feel inferior, even from the home. So when they get to the office and they tell you that you cannot occupy this position because you're a woman, and you accept it, no, you don't have to. I never gave up. All through the positions that I held were positions that were meant for men, and then not only did I occupy those positions, I showed them that even as a woman, I could do better than the men. So those that have scaled through that barriers, that are women, we need to come together and start setting up mentorship program to mentor the young ones.
Life just got started at 60 for Mrs. Uju Ifejika. She wants to continue to enjoy her life in good health, continue to grow and expand her business, and most importantly, increase her work of charity. And here is to more prosperous years ahead.
Wow, an amazing woman, and I call her the true Amazon. We say happy birthday to you once again, and we love you so much.
Yes, we do, and many more years to celebrate. Well, it's on
Amen.
that celebratory note we end the show today. Thank you so much for watching. To watch this and past editions of Metrofile, please do log on to channelstv.com. Follow us on Twitter. Let's continue the conversation right there. And also, you can reach us with the number on your screen. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ogechukwu Ose.
And I'm Anne Nwawodo. Thanks a lot for watching. We definitely will be seeing you again very soon.
Right.
Until then, take care of yourself.